Hey guys, Spray and Bray here, and this is the very first episode of my Victoria 2 A House Divided Let's Play. Now, in this Let's Play we're obviously going to be playing the United States if you're able to read, and you saw the title of the video. Victoria 2, if you don't know, is a grand strategy game, meaning like it's an RTS game where you just have an incredible amount of depth and immersion that you can go into, controlling basically everything you ever wanted to control about a little kingdom, starting in 1836, guys. So I know that a lot of you guys came from Frood 100, and he did this game, and he did a very good job of being Prussia. He made a huge Germany, little area here. Yeah, that was pretty interesting, and he did a really good job, I think. Yeah, but in this Let's Play, we're going to be playing the United States, of course. A lot bigger than Prussia will ever be. Anyway. So, this game, it goes for 100 years, 1836 to 1936. I'm probably not going to go all the way to 1936, because there's going to be the, World War I, of course, which is when we fight another great power. Probably going to be the United Kingdom, just because we're going to want to take some more Canada from them. But, anyway, we'll see. Okay, so, let's see. Is that everything? No. I wanted to tell you guys, okay, we're going to be the United States, of course. Our goals as the United States are to, firstly, we're going to make the United States as it is today, which is from here to here, sea to shining sea sort of thing. Take parts of Mexico that belong to us nowadays, as well as Texas. I am going to want to take more of Mexico, as well as more of British Canada. And British Canada, we're going to be trying to take some more of, because usually they try to colonize this province right here, and we're going to go take that from them right away, because if once they get a hold on it, we're probably not going to get a chance really to fight Great Britain or the United Kingdom for a very long time, because they're way powerful, and it's going to take us a long time to build up enough power to even come close to how much they are. Like, look at them. Look at their allies. And look, this is if you wanted to play them. You could pick them, obviously. It's really easy gameplay. There's too many allies for them to list on this little area. And look at us. We only have Liberia, which is our little thing that we made over here in Africa. So that's it. That's all we got. That's all we got. But the United States does start off as a great power. I don't know why it's a secondary power here. That's probably just a leftover from the original Victoria 2. This is the House Divided Victoria 2. It's got different skins, different, they tweak some things in patches, of course. Alright, so another goal I wanted is to spear Japan. I want them to be under our influence, as well as the Chinese Empire, if I can get it. Usually the Russian Empire has a pretty good, chokehold on the Chinese Empire, so that might be easier said than done. As well as I'd like to conquer some of these areas over here as our own colonies. Looks like Australia is pretty much locked down by the British. I'm not going to be able to get much in there. And I also want to take over some of Africa. That'd be nice. Pretty awesome. Yeah, so I think I've covered all of my goals for the USA. If you'd like to see me do something else that I've probably forgotten, if I hadn't said it already, if you'd like to see me do something else, please let me know. Okay, so without any further ado, we're going to click on the United States and hit play. Okay, so this is what we start out with, this weird, terrainial map, which tells us basically nothing, except for that we don't want to move our troops through mountains. That's all it's really good for. So let's change right away to political map, and as you see, it looks exactly like it did 5 seconds ago. Texas is here. We still haven't claimed Oklahoma or Colorado, I think is what this is. This is Idaho over here, and we've already started actually colonizing Oregon and Washington. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stop colonizing Oregon, because we want to colonize British Columbia, this area here. So let's do colonization. We're going to stop colonizing in Oregon. Mexico is going to be like, ooh, we can get Oregon now because the United States stopped colonizing it. No, Mexico. We're going to slap them in the face if they ever try to even come close to touching our areas here. Don't worry. I believe the Mexicans are at war with Texas right now for independence. So if we take a look at the diplomacy screen, we can actually see that. Ah, yes, they are. Good. Once the Mexicans start actually winning a little bit, we can intervene on the side of the Texans and help them win the war, and then after that they will want to join us, so that'll be cool. Alright, and it also gives us a chance to, slap Mexico in the face. So what we're going to do is we're going to send this army of 9,000 men over to British Columbia, because obviously the British are going to try to colonize that first, and to get the advantage we need to actually take our soldiers in there, and when you have soldiers you get a double to your colonization speed, so we will win that way. We wouldn't be able to win otherwise. So we're going to send those guys over there. We're going to actually mass our forces on the Louisianan border so that we can get ready to help Texas as well. We're actually going to send this force of 9 to Washington so that they can help there. And then this force of 24 should be fine for right now. And then once we actually go to war, we'll mobilize our military and have them come. We can like summon up, I think it's 16 more brigades that we can field. Alright, so let's go through our little thingies real fast. Alright, our factories look good. Nothing really we can do about that right now. Our taxes look okay, but I want to raise the tax on the middle class, on the poor people, because I don't really care about them, and we can get much more money by taxing them. We're going to lower our rich taxes to almost nothing, because who cares about the rich? Like, really, they can only, like, if we max them out, they can only give us 21. If we max out the poor, they give us 400. So we're gonna let the poor breathe a little bit. They don't really want much, and so we're gonna tax the rich a lot less so that we can encourage capitalists to move to our country. The middle class we're gonna tax pretty low too, because they look like they're having a little bit of a tough time. But I'm sure that'll change very quickly once we start. Okay, and we're going to also raise tariffs up to 10% because you can do that without too much of a hassle. Nobody's going to bother you if you have 10%, and it's just going to be a little bit extra to help us on our budget. Okay, good. Now let's do our research. What I want to research first is, I've already planned this out. I want to research Romanticism, because we require Romanticism to do Manifest Destiny, which gives us a claim to basically all of our territories that Mexico has right now, and we obviously want to smack them in the face and get them out of there as soon as possible. So we're going to start research on that. Okay, so now our politics, yes, if you'll see here, the decision that we're trying to do is Manifest Destiny. I'll read it to you once we get closer to doing it. Yeah, good. Okay, so why do we have Canada? Bangor? Okay. Alright, so we're done with the politics. Let's go population. Not much to do in there. Trade, nothing really to do in there right now. Diplomacy, of course, we've got the Texan War of Independence, but we've got our great powers, and we need to do our influence. What I want to do is I want to start influencing, of course, Hawaii, because we want them quickly. We want Hawaii, or Haiti, sorry, and Mexico. Hawaii and Haiti, of course. And Texas is going to join us very quickly, so it doesn't really matter. Now I'm going to turn my attention to Asia. I'm going to put some points into Japan. You know, I've been thinking about actually sphering China, but the Chinese Empire, but usually the Russians just put their foot down right on top of China's throat, so there's not really that much of a chance to actually do that. So we're just going to forget about them for now. Let's turn our attention to South America. And we're going to actually want to conquer or influence Colombia. So we're going to do that. And how about Venezuela? Okay, so that should be enough for us right now. Nobody's really going to be fighting us for these, so we can just, you know, prioritize them accordingly. What we're going to do, though, is we're going to go ahead and increase our relations with the ones that we have negative. I think we have negative with Colombia. No, we actually don't have negative with any of these guys. Oh, Japan. That's what I thought. I thought we did have one. If we have positive relations to them, we get actually a bonus to our influence, so that's good. And then we're not gonna really worry about the United Kingdom, because that's going to equalize itself. The Russian Empire and the French, though, we are going to want to increase our relations with them. Okay, and that looks like we spent all of our diplomacy points, so we're just going to have to wait to do anything else, and our military is fine. So let's start the game, guys. We're going to start off at 1 speed, and I'm going to kick it up to about 3 or 4. 3 speeds probably going to be doing it for me now. I think the max is what I'm ever going to put it on is 4. And it looks like our taxes are not doing so hot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut down the national stockpile, because who cares about that, right? Now, obviously, it's very important, but for now, we just need the tax bonus because I want to get as much money as possible before we end up having to go to war with Mexico. The United States of Central America is ushered us in the alliance. I'm going to proceed and accept that because they're going to be nice. There's just going to be a little bit of an annoyance at the bottom of Mexico when we start having to fight them with Texas. So, you know, anything to make it more annoying for Mexico to be in the war with us. We want them to peace out as soon as possible so we can get Texas. And we also want to get the war goal. I think the war goal when the Texans fight them is to do status quo, something similar like that. Ah, look, the British are competing against us, but don't worry. They have some troops over here, but they're not going to move them over. They're not desperate enough to get this territory that they're going to try to move troops over there to get it. So that's for fine. Alright, so we got our ships over here. They're not really going to be useful right now, because the Mexicans don't really have any sea units, so it's not like we're going to have to fight any guys here. Ah, looks like the, let's see, go to diplomacy. I want to see how these guys are doing. How's the war going, boys, in Texas? Ah, they're not losing yet, so soon, though, we shall be able to intervene on behalf with Texas. Let's see, diplomacy, let's see if we can form an alliance with them. Ah, they're very likely to form an alliance, yes. Good, perfect. Okay, so how are they doing? Let's see, we can't join them yet. Let's just keep it going while we're watching. I wish they'd ask us to join the war or something, because I want to help them win, clearly. The Texans are losing, however. The Mexicans, rather, have a higher military strength than the Texans, so eventually they're going to start losing and they're going to call upon us. What I'm going to do, actually, is I'm going to mobilize our brigades. It doesn't really matter. It said that it's going to look bad to our enemies, but we don't really have any enemies as the United States besides Mexico, and we're actually trying to go to war with them, so it's not really that big of a deal. Yeah, so we're going to continue this. Let's get these guys up here. I just want to make sure that we have all of our guys move in there before I unstop the clock. Okay, so good. They should all get over there quickly. Yeah, good. Okay, and the Mexicans are fighting a group of Texans, so hopefully that'll mean that the war is going poorly for the... No, dang it, these Texans, why don't they want our help? Okay, it's soon though. Soon they'll ask for our help. We don't have to worry too bad. Yeah, I'm just worried about these brigades that I just formed that I just, called upon. Come on, Texans, start losing so we can intervene on your behalf. Let's see how's our colonization going. We're obviously going to have to colonize with some troops as well as at the same time that we're fighting a war, so we're going to be a little bit split. It's fine though. Alright, let's see. How are we doing here? Can we scroll down a little bit to see if, Oh no, this is our whole bar. Wow. Where's Colombia? Yeah, there we go. Alright. We're doing good on influence. Nobody's really contesting our influence over here, if you'll see right here. I actually started this recording, I did about 5 minutes, and I didn't have my cursor turned on, so I was like trying to say, oh, I'm going to take this area here, and like I was like, look at my mouse, and there was no mouse, so yeah, so I'm doing this part a little bit over. It was just the first 5 minutes when I was explaining my goals, so not that big of a deal. Alright, Mexicans, come on, do a little better. Yes, finally we can join them. We're going to join the Texas War of Independence. Alright, now we are on the side of the Texans, of course. We're going to merge this army here. We're going to go wipe out that Mexican force and wipe out this Mexican force hopefully at the same time. Let's go, boys. Come on, you Yanks. Let's take them out. Hopefully, if we can just eliminate these 2 packs of Mexicans, we're not going to have to worry about... Usually the Mexicans try to be dirty and they like come up around here and try to take your territories. I've seen on some people's Let's Plays, besides my own. So, hopefully... Yeah. Oh, our economy is taking a dump on us right now just because we're at war. Good. We were fighting our first round here with the Mexicans. Looking good, looking good. Get 'em, boys. We are winning. Oh, okay. These things I'm gonna read to you guys because I want to, practice my reading, and I hope you guys will be entertained by it. A Treatise on Economics. A liberal professor at one of the universities has published a pamphlet on economics that has received some serious attention in liberal circles on both the USA and abroad. The pamphlet is a profound little tract arguing in eloquent terms the virtues of free marketing and laissez-faire. The author is now being mentioned in the same breath as luminaries such as Ricardo and Smith. We could decry the pamphlet as a spurious piece of liberal propaganda, but then again, he might have a point. Let's see. Gain prestige? I think I'm going to go ahead and gain prestige. That seems like the obvious choice, because we want to do Manifest Destiny, which requires 50 prestige, if you didn't know. Alright, so it looks like our secondary army is moving in here. I'm going to actually have them start taking El Paso, because we should be able to finish off these Mexicans pretty swiftly. Alright, good. Okay. The Second Great Awakening. By the mid-1830s, a wave of religious zeal was sweeping across the USA, driven by charismatic preachers who called for the faithful to return to the original teachings of the Bible and lead upright, upstanding moral lives. The movement would spawn several new Protestant sects, lead to debates and schisms within established sects over points of theology and ritual, and reinforce the power and influence of the Christian teachings among the lower and middle classes of American people at a time when religious fervor in Europe was decreasing. The spirit seizes the imagination. Okay. We won the Battle of San Antonio. We're gonna chase these guys to Laredo. Yeah, I'm really sorry, guys, if I pronounce something wrong or if I say something like mean to you guys. If you're like from Mexico or something, I'm really sorry. I don't mean anything by it. And if I mispronounce one of your territories, I am so sorry. It's so hard, and you guys, I just need help. I want so much help on pronouncing things. All right, border ruffians. The flames lick the log cabins and wood houses, throwing a queer orange glow up the starry night sky, only slightly obscured by the plumes of smoke billowing from the town. He rides down Main Street with strange shadows dancing about him as he glows. Come out, wherever you are, he screams far away. In the city, gunshots echo against the screams of the dying men. Border ruffians, intent on making Michigan a slave state, have crossed the border into Detroit and raided small outlying settlement in the territory. Oh no, that's grim news. Let's see, which one should we do? Yeah, we're gonna exact an ordinance to stop them, because they need to be stopped, according to moi. Ah, good. We've won the Lombok battle, and we're gonna chase them to Santa Fe, finish them off. And how are we on chasing these guys to Laredo? Good. We met them in Laredo, and our forces are coming together. Good, good. So I want to eliminate the Mexican army. I want to have like no more Mexican army at all. It looks like these Mexicans are I think they're going to flee north and bother us up here, but it might not be that big of a deal if we start taking some of their territory right away. Alright, we got our army here that's also moving. Battle of Laredo, good. We won. Obviously, they're going to run to Reynosa where they have their friends here. We're going to want to bring our friends as well. I'm going to spend this 21 pack of men to help. Alright, let's keep going at 3 speed so I can just understand what's happening. Good. Alright, 17 versus 18. We're winning already. Alright, stupid Mexicans. Gosh, I hate you. Always bullying Texas. Alright, so discriminatory social system, or school system. The schools in Colombia are heavily geared towards supporting small Yankee minority there, and as a result, our African-American citizens feel oppressed. While allowing some temporary leniency in these policies could be beneficial to our technological progress, it could also see African-American revolution and end our rule here. I doubt that the African-Americans are going to like become their own state or whatever. So let's see. We're gonna mitigate the process slightly and gain research points because we want to get romanticism quickly. Okay. There's these guys. They're running towards Las Cruces, Albuquerque. So let's see. They're going to Paso de Noche. Where the hell is that? Oh, there it is. We're gonna meet them in here. Hopefully they stop. Oh, they're going to Las Cruces now. This is going to be like impossible chasing them down. Alright, let's stop here because I want to make sure that these men move on top of these men here. We're actually going to select one of these smaller brigades and have them stay back in Laredo so that they can, you know, take over that territory. Alright. Get our we're fighting the Mexican army. Hopefully we can finish them off. I hope they just die right there in the freaking dirt. Albuquerque, these guys are running to Paso de Noche. Hopefully we can catch them there. Good, we won the battle again. We're going to chase them down to Salido. Fighting them again. 23 versus 17, going to be good. These numbers are actually rounded to like groups of thousands, so it's 12,000. If you see 12 on there, that means 12,000. Just so you know. Alright. So good, I hope these Texans understand what they're doing. Good, we won another battle. So let's see, what's our status with Mexico? Okay, we're trying to win the war for status quo. So let's see, what do we need? They would not accept our offer. How's our war going? We have 29%. Oh no, -1% war score still, because the Texans really did a bang up job, you know, at the beginning. So we're gonna have to. It's gonna be hard. We're just gonna have to take over some of their territory to balance it out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna. Okay, what's this say? A Southern belle. Clad in her white dress, strolling down the streets of Roanoke, in her radiance, nobility, and simple beauty turns heads, speaking her gentleness, kindness, and hospitality and accent, all draped in the favors of Mongolias, soft cotton, and southern Vernadals, to do the same. Virtue, honor, and dignity in manifest form, such are the women of South. A toast to Dixie. Let's see. Virginia. Okay, let's do Virginia. I don't care. Alright. Good, our economy is still pooping on us because we're at war. But I'm sure it'll go back up. Okay, now we're I'm gonna go back to El Paso and oh wow, that's a big Mexican army. Dang, they all formed up on each other. Where are they heading? To Laredo. Let's hopefully we can get to Laredo before them. Can we? No. We're gonna run into them like the next day. So hopefully they don't, kill us quickly. Dang, wow, the Mexicans formed up quick. Oh wow, we're gonna have trouble fighting them right now. Okay, come on, buddies. Come on, Yanks. Why are not the Texans helping us? What are they doing? I can't believe. Are we gonna lose this fight? Wow, those Mexicans really joined together to fight against us. Oh, okay. Let's see. We might be able to get in there in time. I don't know. If we don't get there in time, that's gonna suck. We won the Battle of Laredo? What? How did we win? They're fleeing to El Paso? What? That's ridiculous. Alright. That's awesome, though. That's still awesome. We're going to retreat a little bit, let these guys recover some of their men, just because we need to, build up our forces a little bit. And I think that's going to end this part here, guys, because I want to keep these beginning parts short at least, to get you into it. And then, so we're going to build up our forces again. We're going to smack these Mexicans down and take Texas for ourselves. I think after we help them win the war, they'll apply for statehood. So hopefully that'll happen. Alright, so thanks for watching, guys. Spray and pray out.